So, how do the super rich really invest their money? We hear about it all the time: stocks, real estate, the usual stuff. But what if I told you that's not the real story? Not even close. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the actual playbook the top 0.1% use to build their fortunes. And I promise you, it's going to blow your mind. This, right here, this is the huge misunderstanding. I mean, we're all taught the same thing, right? Save up, put your money in the S&P 500 and wait. But for the folks who build insane wealth, that's not where they start. In fact, it's pretty much the last thing they do. So what's the real secret? What's the actual strategy? Okay, so it all breaks down into a 4-stage framework. And listen, the order here is everything. We're going to walk through your foundation, then your skills, then your business, and finally your safety net. This is the roadmap, step by step. All right, let's jump into stage 1, your foundation. Seriously, this is the absolute non-negotiable starting point. Before you even think about money or stocks or starting a business, this is where it all has to begin. Just let that sink in for a minute. You could have all the money in the world, but what good is it if you don't have the health, physically and mentally, to actually enjoy it? It's worthless. That's why your very first investment, it's never about money. It's about you. Think of your body as the car you're going to drive for your entire life. It's got to be a high-performance machine, you know? It has to be completely dialed in. So what does that actually mean day to day? Well, it's the basics, right? Fitness, sleep, nutrition. You've got to lock those in. But here's a really interesting twist, a little hack. Invest in a high-value environment. Think like a really nice gym. Now, why would you do that? 2 big reasons. First, when you pay attention. You're just more committed. But second, and this is huge, you're suddenly surrounded by other successful, driven people. It becomes this incredible networking hub where just being around them helps you level up. Okay, now that the foundation is solid, let's move on to stage 2, which is all about investing in your skills. This is where things start to get really interesting and you see a direct financial payoff. The big idea here is simple. You have to buy better thinking. I love this idea. It's all about buying speed. Think about it. Instead of spending a decade figuring something out through painful trial and error, you can literally just pay someone who's already put in their 20 years of work and they'll hand you the blueprint. It's the ultimate cheat code for increasing your value and your income. And this slide just nails the difference. Most of us, we grew up with just-in-case learning. That's the university model, right? You learn 1,000 things you might need someday. But the super successful, they operate on just-in-time learning. They have a problem right now, today, and they go out and buy the exact skill they need to solve it. It's actionable, it's immediate, and the ROI is instant. So you're probably wondering, okay, but how do I actually connect with these experts? Well, there's a script for that. It's called the PACK script. P is for proof. You open by showing them you've actually used their stuff and gotten results. A is for ask. You ask one super specific, tight question. And C is for close. You get in, get your answer, and get out, showing you respect their time. It's a game changer for building a network of mentors. All right, so you've got your foundation set, you're sharpening your skills. Now we get to stage 3, your business. This is the engine. This is the machine that prints the money. And the absolute key here is to take every dollar it makes and pour it right back in to that machine. And this is so important because it's the opposite of what most people do. Instead of taking those first profits and spreading them out into stocks or real estate, the really wealthy double down. They reinvest everything back into their main business. Why? Because that's the one place on earth where they have an unfair advantage. It's where they can get those insane returns. So what does reinvesting look like? Again, it's all about buying speed. It's upgrading your computer so they're lightning fast. It's buying blueprints from experts so you don't make rookie mistakes. It's hiring top-tier coaches for your team to level everyone up. And the biggest one of all, hiring people to buy back your time. This is called the buyback principle, and it is a massive, massive mindset shift. See, you don't hire people just to grow the business or to delegate tasks you don't like. You hire people to buy back your own time. That frees you up to focus only on the things that make the most money. You're literally buying back your most precious asset, your time. And it's only now, after you've absolutely nailed those first 3 stages, that we finally get to stage 4, your safety net. Now, this is the part everyone thinks comes first, right? The stocks, the real estate. But its real job isn't to make you rich. It's to keep you rich. This slide just lays it out perfectly. Your primary business, that's what makes you rich. That's your offense. It's high risk, high return, your unfair advantage.
Then you have financial assets, stocks, real estate, whatever. That's what keeps you rich. That's your defense. It's low risk, it's about peace of mind, and it just compounds slowly in the background while you focus on the real moneymaker. And look, if you need any more proof, just look at this number, 90%. A staggering 90% of the ultra-rich made their money with a primary business first. They didn't get rich in the stock market. They built a machine that generated a ton of cash, and then, only then, did they move that cash over into passive investments to protect it. The sequence is everything. So one of the wildest strategies the wealthy use at this stage is called buy, borrow, die. And it's kind of genius. Here's how it works. First, you buy assets like stocks, and you just never, ever sell them. That way, no capital gains tax. Simple enough. Second, you borrow against those assets, and because a loan is an income, that cash is completely tax-free. Then, third, you die. A life insurance policy pays off that loan, and your kids inherit the original assets, also tax-free. It's an absolutely mind-blowing legal way to pass on wealth through generations.
So, okay. We've walked through this entire 4-stage playbook, from your health to your skills to your business, and finally to protecting it all. And you know what it all boils down to? It comes down to one thing: making that first real investment, which isn't money, it's a commitment. And look, it honestly doesn't matter where you are right now. The only question that matters is this: what is the one thing you are going to commit to today? Are you going to finally prioritize your health? Are you going to go buy that course to solve that problem that's been bugging you? Are you going to take that extra profit and pour it back into your business instead of just putting it in an index fund? It all starts with that one decision. So, what's yours going to be?